Washington, when Defense Secretary Jim Mattis declared on Tuesday that North Korea now had the missile capability to threaten everywhere in the world. Basically, he hinted at a long-running debate inside the United States government: can the same strategy that worked against the Soviet Union, mutually assured destruction, also work against a far smaller adversary? The answer is yes, of course it can, if the problem is defined as keeping Pyongyang from unleashing a surprise attack on the continental United States. Or no, it probably can't, if the problem of containing North Korea is more complex than simply protecting Los Angeles and Washington. And with North Korea, as the past 70 years of bitter experience have repeatedly shown, almost everything is more complex. There is no evidence that Kim Jong-un, North Korea's current leader, or his father or grandfather, ever contemplated getting into a direct nuclear exchange with the United States. Depending on whose estimates one believes, North Korea has 20 to 60 nuclear weapons, the United States has more than 1,500 currently deployed, and thousands more in storage. It would be, as one senior American military strategist put it a few weeks ago, a case of assisted suicide. But that hardly means nuclear weapons are useless for a 33-year-old leader, who has made clear he has ambitious goals for how he would make use of the power conveyed by a global nuclear reach. If the previous leaders of North Korea were interested mostly in a survival strategy and saw a small nuclear arsenal as the country's best guarantee, Mr. Kim appears to have far greater ambitions. South Korea may have all the technology and the money, but the North has a purity of purpose, in Mr. Kim's mind, that will ultimately give it control of the entire Korean peninsula. And with it, Mr. Kim believes, will come the respect of far larger powers that have been waiting, for decades, for the North to be swept away by forces of history. That goal only works if an American president, President Trump, or his successors, contemplates risking Chicago in order to save Seoul. Part of Mr. Kim's vision, some of those who have watched him most closely speculate, is to sow doubt in Asia that the United States would really come to their allies' aid and splinter the alliance that has teamed up against North Korea for 70 years. Kim is determined to be a great leader in his own right, said Han Sung-ju, a former South Korean foreign minister, who still walks around carrying shrapnel he was hit with as a young boy, when his family was escaping North Korean forces during the Korean War. And to do that, Mr. Han said earlier this month, he needs to accomplish something his grandfather and his father did not, building an intercontinental missile that can strike any place in the United States. This summer, the Trump administration declared outright that if Mr. Kim succeeded in reaching that goal, conventional deterrence would not be enough. In a series of public statements, Mr. Trump's national security advisor, Lieutenant